Hey, fellow heathens, Colby Harkey here, and I have a couple subjects that I want to talk about. So, this is video one of two that I'm going to talk about tonight. And this is regarding a subject that's come up a few times in my practice, and some people have asked about it. The question is regarding blood sacrifices. So, this is my thoughts, my opinions on doing blood sacrifices and the most ethical, easiest way for us to do blood sacrifices that's not going to cause any harm to anything whatsoever. First off, the idea of blood sacrifices. In my opinion, blood is one of the most powerful things, most binding things that connects us to all life. So I can see why the desire to use blood as a sacrifice or an offering can be popularized by some people. I personally have three different ways on which I find would be acceptable ways to do blood offerings that are ethical and don't cause any harm. The first one is probably one of the most easiest, and it's going to be something that is going to be more symbolic than anything. And I will explain that. That is water. Water is a blood sacrifice. Why water is a blood sacrifice? Well, let's take a look at the lore. The Jotun are frost giants. It is said from the story of creation that the waters of Ymir, the blood of Ymir, gave us the waters of Midgard. So why not use water? Our bodies are made of roughly 60% water, so that means a lot of our blood is made out of water. So very easy, symbolic type of blood offering you can do there. Another option, and this is more opinion based, all of this is opinion based, but this is something that came up with a discussion of a friend regarding blood offerings and blood sacrifices. Sap or maple syrup. I could see and almost debate how maple syrup or sap could be the blood of trees. So you could use sap or maple syrup as a tree blood or the plant or the Landvater type of blood offering. The third comes down to the most standard idea of blood sacrifices, red liquid. So how do we do a blood sacrifice that is something that's going to be very ethical, easy, and something that's not going to cause any fear in people's eyes? Well, I shouldn't say in some people's eyes, most people's eyes. Without harming something, very easy. There's something that most garden sections will carry, which is called blood meal. Blood meal is leftover byproducts from an animal slaughterhouse. Those byproducts are ground up and dehydrated into a dirt. This dirt is very good for plants, so you don't have to worry about causing any harm to the earth, to Nephthys, to any of the Landvater in that sense. But you also are honoring the animals from those slaughterhouses by using everything that you can to repay and to use it in a sacrifice or a ritual or some type of ceremony. Since it is animal byproducts, the risk of disease transmission is far less. Now, yes, it comes in a package, it is powdered, it is dried. I haven't personally experimented with this yet. One day I will. But taking a little bit of warm water and just mixing it up enough that if you want that liquid blood offering, you get that. But again, this way you don't have to cause any harm to any living thing. You're honoring the animals, honoring the Nephthys, honoring the Landvater, and still have your blood offering. So those are my thoughts and my opinions on ethical ways on which we can do blood offerings. As far as the traditional method, I am completely against that. I just want to make sure that's clear. I don't advise nor do I stand behind any harm of any living organism to do these types of rituals or any ritual. So I hope this helps in your practice if it is something that blood offerings is something that you wish to explore. I'll talk to you all later.